the mix. Sports mix. Yeah. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny. News and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus, he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus, you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
It is the Sports Mix. We here. Sports Mix. Big Kenny. Got my guy Dino in the building.
Mm-hmm.
We here. You know how it is after a Ravens loss. You know, people on suicide watch. You know, a lot of people probably called out of work yesterday for sure.
You sound a little bit low, Kenny.
Low.
A little bit.
Yeah, you sound a little muffled there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work it out.
Oh, you sounded good now. That was me. Am I coming through a little better now?
Yeah, a little better now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, you know, we here. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, man, I don't run. I show up whether they win or lose. Yeah, my God, it was ugly Sunday. That's all I can say about Sunday. It was ugly.
Yeah.
That was ugly. You know, you put up 40 points and no way you expect to lose a game when you're putting up 40 points. And a whole lot more I can say about that, man. You should have, you know, that's a game you expect to win on any Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Friday. You expect to win a game, you put up 40 points. That's just the bottom line. So
exactly.
Yeah, so we just gonna talk about the game a little bit. You know, it's just one game. So I know this is the time to vent, get it off your chest, you know, get it out your system, because there are 16 more of these things to go.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there are some people that think we'll never win a game this season after that game. You got that crowd out there. You know, you got the hardball people Hardball got to get fired already. You know, Lamar Jackson need to be traded or cut already. Henry got to go already. It's just one game. You know, didn't come out the way we wanted to, but you know, those people are out there, and it's just the nature of this thing called football. You know, it's a weekly event, and you got a whole week between games to whatever's on your mind, you know, to get it off. And so here we are.
Yeah.
So this is our opportunity to talk about game 1, week 1 of this 2025 NFL season with the Ravens. So what was your overall? What was your overall impression of this game?
I mean, you know, coming into game 1 of the NFL season, I think that this was clearly the top game. The Buffalo Bills and the Ravens going at it, how that thing went down last year. You know, you've been hearing a whole lot of talk about revenge and all kind of things going on, you know, Buffalo and Baltimore. Clearly two elite teams going at it. I think Baltimore and Buffalo are two of the highest rated teams as far as the odds of making it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So you great game, great venue, Sunday night football. The whole football world is watching. All the other teams are watching. Lamar, Josh Allen. I mean, it gets no better than this, man. And then if you look at it from an overall perspective of the game, they're going to call this a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic game, 41-40 by two high-powered teams. Obviously, yeah, it's a classic, but if you're on the Baltimore side, you ain't feeling too good about that classic, about the outcome of the classic.
Mm-mm.
As you mentioned, there's a lot of people out here that's hurting. The Ravens lose, man, it can really mess your whole week up.
Yeah.
You work ain't fun. The children getting on your nerves more. Who made this chicken? Shit. Dang. I mean, all of this stuff is going on, man, because the Ravens lost. Ain't nothing right.
Nothing.
Everything less than. And it's all in our minds.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a mental thing, man, because we done talked about it. We the most emotional creatures on the face of the earth. The human, emotional as hell. And we were just joking a little bit before we came on air. He said, "You got anybody out there ready to commit suicide?" Well, I heard about 25, 30 people went rushing towards the Key Bridge and forgot the bridge ain't there. Jump. So yeah, I mean, man, things was going really good, man. The Ravens was rolling. Derrick Henry, man. I mean, you got to take your hat off to that guy. 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Been in the league for a long time. There's a lot of miles on them legs. He done taken a lot of hits. He done given out a lot too. But we seen the pictures of his workouts.
Yeah.
And it clearly pays off when he get in that game. The guy was running that ball, man. He was stiff arming folks. Big day for Derrick Henry. We know he had a big fumble, but the man was like a freight train out there. And you got to respect what he's been doing with his body and how he keeps himself up.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that he's a Raven. And I admittingly, man, I wasn't really that hype about it when they traded for him.
I wasn't either.
On the tail end a little bit, 30 years old. I'm like, well, I don't know about this move, but man, great move. Ravens, man, they had to go into a hostile environment. Buffalo got some of the craziest fans in the world, and it hurt me. It was a painful game coming down the stretch because we had comfortable leads and we could not stop them. We couldn't hold the lead. And, we always talk about a game of inches. And, of course, we can go back knowing that the final score was 41-40. You can go back and look at a whole bunch of inches that could have changed the outcome of the game. We missed the extra point. A point right there. You look at, I think that was Trent Simpson on punt coverage, was trying to recover the ball on the half-yard line.
Yeah, rolled in the end zone.
And he rolled in the end zone, man. Clearly he could have saved that ball. Or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of being on the 6-inch line, they get the ball at, I don't know what, the 35 or something, wherever they get it.
Yeah.
They were able to go down and convert. I mean, so even at the end of the first half, the Ravens score and it's like 25 seconds left.
Yeah. Yep.
And Buffalo was able to get a field goal out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what kind of defense Zach Orr played on that last play where the guy caught it in bounds with 1 second left. He put nobody rushing the quarterback. So Josh Allen standing back there like he was throwing darts or something.
Yeah.
So a disappointing loss. I know a lot of people not feeling well, but one thing you just have to be real about it, and Kenny and I talked about it. You're going against Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is an elite quarterback, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure. To me, it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Joe Burrow is a little bit less than the Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
We could say 4, but Josh Allen is clearly in everybody's top. And the guy will put his body on the line like no other.
Yeah, big boy, too.
He's a big boy. He's like a tight end
big boy.
Running with that ball. He's cleaned up a lot of his irregular throwing motions that he had coming out from Wyoming or wherever he went.
Yeah.
And
everybody noted that during the game.
Right.
They showed a little graphic during the game. Of his throwing motion.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, he had a crazy motion, leg look all bent and crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're talking about Buffalo. Again, Buffalo's one of the top choices to make it to the Super Bowl. So we weren't playing no bums now.
No.
Not playing no bums. And if you want to go through something like this, it's good to go through it early in the season. You're getting it out the way. It's game 1. It's a heartbreaking loss. We did some things that that we're going to clean up, and they won't happen. And we're going to clean up a lot of things. So we 0-1, but as Kenny said, there's 16 more of these things coming up.
Yeah.
Don't get too emotional with this loss.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead, shed a tear, 2, 3, or 4, and next week we'll be right back at it, and hopefully the outcome will be something different.
Yeah. So I got a message earlier that Facebook is having some technical issues. So I'm not getting the comments here, but I see them on Facebook. So our resident Mervo graduate is in the building, Landon Saunders, and he said he on you now.
Okay.
He said Dean talking like he being clocked by the council culture. Man, speak that harsh truth. So you ain't being hard enough, Dean. You being a little too nice. No, it's also shout out to my man Mark Henry. What's up, Mark?
Okay, Mark Henry. What's up, Mark?
Mark said it's just entertainment. Don't should nobody be jumping off bridges this week. So only Hamilton, Matter BK made plays. The rest of the D didn't step up. Linebackers not filling gaps to make tackles. No pass rush. DBs getting beat by a mid-level receiver. They definitely didn't have no pass rush.
No.
And that's something I always look for. That's why, when you see teams like the Eagles, they can play the 4-man front and they getting pressure.
They'll get pressure.
They get pressure on the quarterbacks. And it leaves the linebackers and the DBs room to make plays. You know what I'm saying? You pressuring that quarterback to get out the pocket, to get out of his comfort zone. You forcing the teams to make plays, or to try to make something happen. And that's kind of been lacking. That's why I just didn't understand why the Ravens didn't bring back Clowney 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago we had Clowney, and Clowney stayed in the backfield. And he wanted to come back from what I understood, so I don't know, what the issue was there. I don't know if it was a money thing. I know he's a little older, but if you don't have a pass rush, and then you got to go back to the old days where we used to do all these exotic blitzes, and you know what I'm saying? You blitzing every down, and you got linebackers blitzing, you got safeties blitzing, so you're taking chances. And with some of these high level quarterbacks, you know, you taking chances like that, they're gonna pick you apart. They're gonna eat you up, you know. So yeah, Landon said Alexander and Jair Alexander looked bad. From what I heard, that he dealt with some kind of injury. And it looked like they was picking on him a little bit. So that might have been in the damn scouting report. Let's pick on his ass.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, it's week 1. I'm not gonna put too much into it, you know, because like I said, we got 16 more of these to go. And you know, I'm sure we're not gonna be doing this kind of show every week for the next 17, 18 weeks, you know, whatever's left in the regular season. So, you know, it's a terrible way to start the season. You had all, you know, people been waiting all summer, you know, for this moment, ever since the last time we played Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? People been clamoring for this moment since the last time, and here we go. And you know, when they can't, Buffalo got the ball first, they go right down and get 7. And you're like, okay, what we gonna do? How we gonna answer? And they came right back and responded. You know, I think they got the 3 out the gate, and then their next possession they scored a touchdown. And then it was just like they were scoring on every possession. You know, really pretty much up until the second half. You know, I don't think I saw the punter until the second half, if I'm not mistaken. You know, DE defensive ends trying inside spin moves is a no. Yeah, you gotta be able to get that pressure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to get that pressure on them quarterbacks, especially somebody like Josh Allen. You know, who is a playmaker. And the crazy part, the thing that kind of you know gets to me when you're watching the game, and you see them kind of forcing pressure to one side, and then he find the seam and able to break off for 15 yard run, or to get away and to make a play. And that's just like, it's frustrating to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating to watch it, because it's like, all right, you got him, and then damn, there you go. You know, there you go, he gone, and then he making something happen. And he's the kind of quarterback that once he get into that rhythm, it's hard. It's hard to get him off of that, man. I mean, it's the same thing with Lamar. I know for opposing teams, it's frustrating to play against Lamar, especially when he got that thing going. You know, when he's cooking, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, man, to really, you know, it's tough to watch from a fan perspective, right? It's tough to watch it, but it's tough to try to defend it. You know what I'm saying? Because you hear these guys. You know, I watch a lot of sports podcasts, and I hear these guys talking about what it's like to play against these high level dudes. You know, and these are not your old pocket quarterback. These ain't the Peyton Mannings of the world, the Tom Brady's. These are the guys that's making plays on their feet. You know, and like you say, Josh Allen is not afraid to run with that thing. And he don't really shy away from contact. You know what I'm saying? Not that he going to get it. I mean, he's smart as a bigger quarterback, but he not afraid of it. You know, and you know, just again, man, you know, you got this team down 2-3 scores at sometimes in the game. You got to close that thing out. You have to close that game out. You gotta finish that. And a lot of people will point to the fumble, which it was a timely fumble, you know, at a crucial point in the game. And on their side of the field, you know, Henry fumbles the ball, who rarely fumbles. And, you know, there it is. So we got another guest coming to the stage, making his 2025 debut on the mix. My guy Bruce, what's up, Brucey?
What's up, fam?
Oh man, you got it, man. Hey,
It took me a minute.
Yeah, you good. You right on time, man. You right on time. You know, because I gotta check in with you. Anybody in your realm on suicide watch? Did you have to resuscitate or save anybody from jumping off the key bridge? Because you live over there close to the key bridge, don't you?
Bro, yeah, I do. Definitely suicide watch. and I got a few bounties out also.
Well, let's get your summation of what you saw Sunday. What was your thoughts?
Look at the expression.
Take a deep breath.
I mean, offensively, I think we did good. I mean, Derrick Henry was over 9 yards per game. Per carry.
Yeah.
Lamar did his thing. Zay did his thing. Defensively, we struggled. Same thing as beginning last year. They brought Dean Pease in to help out. It kind of turned the defense around. But I think we need help on that side of the ball. I think we have playmakers there, but I think we have to get the right scheme.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play with what you got. You know, it's still early, and I don't know what's on the scrap heap as far as pass rushers, but there's always a team that's looking to move somebody that might be looking to get paid. Like the Cowboys just got rid of Michael Parsons, which I think that was foolish, but
stupid.
You may find a team that's willing to part with a pass rusher. I think that's really the biggest need on defense, because if you don't have a pass rush, not that your DBs can't cover, but they can't cover forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't cover forever. You have to put some pressure on the quarterback to allow them guys to make plays. So if Josh Allen is running around and buying time, them guys either they're gonna grab hold of somebody and get a penalty, or they're gonna get beat. And he was able to make some plays, man, and it showed. I think that's probably the biggest weakness, in my opinion, is that pass rush.
In 3 minutes, though, dude. In 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They give it 15.3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which again, you put up 40. There's no way you're supposed to lose that game.
I agree.
No way you're supposed to lose a game when you put up 40. You know what I'm saying? And like me and Dean was talking earlier, this is like the Vinny Testaverde Colts. Vinny Testaverde Ravens, where the Ravens, remember back then, they was putting up 28, 30 points a game and would lose by, 35-31. Stuff
Michael
like
Jackson.
That. Yeah, Michael Jackson and what's the other receiver name? I cannot think his name. Derek Alexander.
Derek Alexander. Yep.
Derek Alexander. Yeah. So that game was reminiscent of that, where we couldn't stop nobody. And again, we can't make it like Josh Allen ain't one of them. He definitely one of them.
No, he's the ball.
Again, when you got a 3-score lead in the second half, you gotta close that. You have to close that. There's just no excuse to lose a game like that. It on the road, you gotta close them out. The fans was leaving. You had the fans had already shut it down. They was like, man, this thing over with. Yeah. So you had the momentum, you had everything on your side, and you just couldn't close it out. Couldn't close it out, man.
Hey, my bad. What's up, Dean? What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Glad to see you on board.
Landon said the linebacker is getting pushed around. Yeah, Roquan missed that open field tackle.
Yeah.
Well, I know about Roquan, man.
I think I saw Mark Andrews catch one ball in early in the first quarter or something.
Yeah.
I ain't see him do much at all.
Zay Flowers had a hell of a game, though.
Zay was killing.
Zay Flowers was balling, Jack.
I think D-Hop only had 1 or 2 catches, but the one he had was big.
And that was the one. That one was his first target.
Yeah, that was
beautiful. The touchdown was his first target. You know what? I forgot he was even on the team until he made that catch. He wasn't somebody, even because I was, I looked on the FanDuel before the game, looking for, I didn't even see his name. I didn't even notice his name on the list because it probably was so far down the list. I didn't even notice it. And then he wasn't somebody that I just been talking about this season in the preseason. He's not somebody, because he played no preseason games neither, did he?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he played none. So, and he was off my radar. I totally forgot he was even on the team until I looked up and he snagged that thing with one hand. He was like, "Oh, that's Hopkins." I was like, "Oh shit!"
That was sensational.
It was awesome.
It was a tough throw and a hell of a catch.
Yes, it was.
Hell of a catch, because he caught that thing in traffic.
Can I just say, Lamar is not a running back. He's a quarterback. That was a perfect throw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's always them people. I told Dean earlier. I saw a post today that said time for the Ravens to part ways with Lamar because he can't win the big game. I saw it. I went straight to the comments, and they was lighting his ass up. Whoever made the post, they was tearing his ass up, man. Like, man, you get out of here. You ain't even watch the game. You couldn't have watched the game and say no foolishness like this. Man, put up 40 points. You talking about it's time for us to part ways. Get out of here. But you gonna have those people, man. They like to get clicks and likes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's their thing. They troll. They say that foolish stuff, and people go running to him, and he probably never even respond to nothing. He just sitting there laughing, getting his likes and his clicks. And I said, but you got them people that believe that foolishness. So in the Harbaugh folks are out. It's time for him to go. I've seen plenty of that. I seen a lot of Harbaugh must go. I saw a lot of that Sunday as the game, as Buffalo kept scoring points. I saw a lot of Harbaugh talk during the game. So so let's talk about him. Let's talk about the coach. I mean, I'm on the record. I'm a Harbaugh guy. I'm a Harbaugh guy. So and all three of us have coached. Not at that level, but we've all been in the driver's seat as a coach. And coaching, man, is 50-50. You gonna make a decision, either it's gonna work or it's not. It ain't a whole lot of in between with it. So you got to live and die with the decisions you make. And his record says that he lives a lot more than he dies. And maybe some of the way that he dies that people don't really like, or some of the games that they lose in, they take issue with Harbaugh. But I'm not on that bandwagon yet. I'm still riding. So what's y'all thoughts on Harbaugh? This is after week one. Let's keep that in mind. After week one, what's y'all stance on John Harbaugh?
Well, I'll say that I think people, whatever they felt about Harbaugh before it started, they should still feel the same way about him. There's only one game. I was seeing all kind of things out there about Harbaugh, saying that he has lost more games where his team was up by 2 scores than anybody else. I'm not sure if they say in history, but I think they say it was 17 times that he's done that. And so he's going to catch a lot of flack. Anytime you the head coach or you the quarterback, you're going to catch it. Mm-hmm. I saw them saying the Ravens should go after Chucky, Gruden.
Oh, John Gruden.
Yeah, I saw several comments about them calling his name out for the job. I don't necessarily think that John Harbaugh is the greatest coach ever. But he's solid. He's a real solid coach, and they've been successful under him. And that's really all I gotta say about Harbaugh. He's there. He's been doing a decent job. And if you let him go, who you gonna get?
Well,
I'm with you, Dean. I mean, his record speaks for itself. I mean, there's no denying that. Am I a Harbaugh fan? No, I'm not. There's a whole lot of in-game decisions that I don't agree with, but the man has been successful. Am I one person calling for his head? Not yet. I think Zach Orr's going to go before Harbaugh, especially after this last game. If we lose to the Browns, yeah, I think Orr's going to be gone. I mean, how do you put up 40 points and still lose?
Yeah, Zach Orr shouldn't sleep till Monday. Next week. He should
Which
be
Monday?
up round the clock. Yeah, next week. not today, not yesterday. I'm talking about he should be up all the way till next Sunday night, Monday morning. Yeah, it's no way, you know, you lose a game like that. And again, it's no disrespect to Josh Allen, who is the reigning MVP of the league. He's one of them ones. So you have to beat him. You got to beat him. You gotta take away something from him. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, the ability to put pressure on him, we didn't have. And when we did put pressure on him, we couldn't corral him. He was able to get away and make plays. You know what I'm saying? And so he's somebody, you got to account for him. So it's just like when teams game plan against the Ravens, you figure you don't want Lamar to beat you with his legs. That was the skinny on Lamar early, is make him throw the ball, make him throw it. So again, from a coaching standpoint, when you got a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Larry Bird, a Magic, them type of guys, you're not gonna completely shut them down.
You ain't say LeBron, Kenny. People mad at you, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad today. They'll be mad at me today. But them dudes gonna make plays. Them guys are gonna do something to affect the game. You're not going to take away, like I used to hear, and I'm referencing basketball to football, but I heard Magic say, if he had a weakness, he would rather you not make him go to his left hand. Not that he couldn't go to his left hand, but he would rather you try to force him to get rid of the ball, or if you make him drive to the left, in his mind, he's a little less effective. But I don't know if the stats bear that out. Maybe he just was a little more uncomfortable going to the left. But he still was able to make plays. You know what I'm saying? And a Lamar Jackson, a Josh Allen, name another one. The Eagles quarterback. Jalen Hurts. Them dudes, man, you're not going to take everything away from them. And the thing with quarterbacks, like when Tom Brady was in the league, I used to always say, you got to hit him. You got to him. And sometimes you might even have to take one for the team, just hit him illegally, not to hurt him, but just to let them know that you're there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make these guys know that, hey, we here, we coming. And we clearly didn't hit Josh Allen when the game was on the line. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get, I don't think they put a fingernail on him in that fourth quarter, and
give him flowers.
Yeah. And so them elite level guys, man, you have to make them uncomfortable. Because like I say, as the game goes on, that momentum, he got that sweat going. He good. He feeling good about it. He's like, oh, they can't do nothing with me. once you get it going like that, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. And they had opportunity. Again, you up 3 scores. You got to put the nail in that coffin. You got to put the nail in that coffin. And again, the Henry fumble turned the game. That you know, that's the one play because it happened in the fourth quarter. It happens late in the game. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, of course, it's plays earlier than that you can look at. But that play right there is the one that said, okay, they here now. You know, and they capitalized right away. They scored, and then we get the ball back. And I heard some people questioning should they have went for it on 4th down on Buffalo's side of the field. They've done it before. You know what I'm saying? On the other side of the field, they've done it before, so it's not something new. And what was it? 4th and what? 2?
2 or 3, something like that.
4 or 3. I mean, it's 4th and short. You got Lamar Jackson, who was having a good game. You got Derrick Henry, despite the fumble, had 175, 180 almost rushing.
Averaging 9 yards per carry. Averaging 9 yards per carry.
Yeah. So you got Zay Flowers that was making plays. So I mean, I may have taken a chance, especially with the way Buffalo was rolling at that point. Because to give them the ball back and you punt it away, you play the percentages, you punt it away, you make them drive the field, and they drive the field and score anyway. So it's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
But look on the flip side. Our defense wasn't holding up. So it's like, oh, we got to go for it, depending on our offense.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, Ray Lewis and them ain't on the sideline.
Nah.
You know, so, you know, if Ray Lewis and Ed Reed them over there, I'm like, yeah, punt it away. I take my chances with them. But 52 of them not on the sideline.
Nah.
And so, yeah. Yeah, you know, I just felt like at that point, maybe you take a chance, you go for it, and we see what happens. Coming to the stage, another the Hall of Famer joining us, Blenny Moore. What's up, Blenny?
Good
Man,
day.
what did I miss, man? What's up, fellas?
Hey,
Well, we just gave, you know, talk about that debacle on Sunday. So let me ask you.
go ahead, jump
I
right
asked the brothers.
man. Don't hesitate. Just go ahead and let it out, man. Go ahead.
Before you let it out, let me ask you, because Glenny, I know you do a little counseling, and you're a man of faith. Did you have to pray for anybody this week, man? Did you have to talk anybody off the ledge? Is anybody talking about ending it all, just letting it go? They done? Did you have to talk anybody out? Oh.
First of all, 5 minutes ago, I just got off my knees. So I couldn't pray for nobody. Pray for me. Wow. Can't explain it, man. It's like a girl breaking your heart, man. It's like a girl, like the girl you love don't love you, and they left you, man. And how do you recover from that, man? Because it's the same thing as last year. This is what we vowed not to do this year, and we starting out that way. I can't. We played the perfect game up until the fourth quarter. And now, I'm a Harbaugh fan. We got to get that to the coaching. Come on. We did everything on the field offensively. Of course, some of the guys missed assignments. I get it. But I thought we was above that, man. I mean, we should have put the nail in the coffin, man. We don't finish games. Man. And when we were up at that point, we should have attacked it like we were still down. Fourth quarter, we should have been acting like we were down. That's what I wanted to see, and I think that desire comes from coaching. He has to impose that in them, that of the urgency to get it done, so this can last the whole season. Yeah. I'm broken. My heart is broken, man. I'm broken.
ain't
Well,
alone.
Yeah, you ain't by yourself.
Yeah, you definitely not alone in that boat. But you got to mend it because we got 16 more of these things. So I don't think we're gonna be feeling like this for the next 16 weeks.
Take a picture of Dean had. Dean ain't gonna have that hat at the end of the year.
Gonna be gone, right?
Bruce ain't got to worry about that. Bruce ain't got to worry about that.
Walking up, Dean.
Oh man.
I know coming into the season, I mean, on last season, there was a whole lot of talk about, the MVP, Lamar, 41 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions, rushed for 900 some yards. And Josh Allen was doing his thing, and a lot of people thought that Lamar was going to win it or that he should have won it. He was first team All-Pro quarterback. Same people that vote for MVP, and it comes out that Josh Allen wins the MVP, and there's a whole lot of back and forth about that. Well, I would have to say, man, that may not sound good to Ravens fans, but Josh Allen out MVP'd Lamar Jackson in this game. I'm just a guy that when you come down to crunch time, you got to take that thing over. And I understand Lamar was cramping and doing a lot of that kind of stuff, but Josh Allen he showed himself in this game in front of his home crowd, in front of a national television audience. All the NFL was watching. All the football fans were watching. I mean, this was the top game of game one. It was the top game. And Josh Allen did his thing, man. He did his thing. I mean, it's nothing else I can really say. The guy did his thing. And we've been saying he is a super elite quarterback. He is that guy, man. He's one of those guys that can do it. I've seen him and Patrick Mahomes go at it in that great football game. They were back and forth. Josh Allen throwing his body on the line. He even in the Ravens game, man, he hurtling over top of the pack to get into. So I do want to give a shout out to Josh Allen and that performance, man, because it was showing up one of those classic performances.
Yeah, I mean, I can't take nothing from him. He is clearly one of them guys. Clearly. It was a little debate about the MVP last year, like you said. But I mean, a lot of times, man, with them awards, you can really just flip a coin at the end of the day, because a lot of them guys be so close. Lamar, he was the first team All-Pro. I think they said the first time where that guy didn't get the MVP. And then it was kind of like, well, he got the MVP last year, so they just gonna give all the little stuff that they say. He's in the room. They are in the room together. They are in the same room. So really, whoever come out with the award, they just got a trophy to put on the mantle. But again, for people like us that we watch these games, we looking at them performances, and when them lights are the brightest. And like you said, Dean, this is the Sunday night game. Sunday night is the last game of the week. Pretty much everybody's watching. You got the national TV audience. You got the two teams that had faced each other last year in the playoffs. So you got all summer to think about that Buffalo loss and what happened. And here we get people talking about this redemption. I want redemption in January. I ain't worried about no redemption in August, September. I redeem me in January. Let's see him in January and then let's talk. But you got people looking at it that way. It's a revenge game and all that stuff. Nah, it was game one. Important game because you want to send a message, of course, from the Ravens standpoint. You want to send Buffalo the message that, hey, we gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna have to get through us to get there. You know, and let's not forget Buffalo didn't win last year neither. You know, they didn't win the Super Bowl last year neither. So they pretty much won. They was one game better than the Ravens last year. You know, one game better than the Ravens. We are both favorites from in the preseason to be Super Bowl contenders. You know, still real early for that, as far as I'm concerned. There's a whole lot of season left. There's a whole lot of things that can happen. So we know. I mean, we know coming into the season that the Ravens can put points up. I don't think that's never been a question since Lamar been the quarterback. We know we can score the football. We know that. The thing now is, can we stop somebody? And not only can we stop somebody when it matters, when the game is on the line? Can we make the plays on the defensive side of the ball when it matters? That's going to be the story from now to December, to Christmas. You know, we're going to be looking at somebody on the other side of that football need to step up and make some plays. You know what I'm saying? I don't know whether it's going to be Hamilton, who is probably our best defensive player. You know, we know what he is. We know what he is. He can stop the run. He can make plays in the back.
So are you taking that?
Who is it going to be? Who else is going to step up and make plays for the Ravens? So I said we got to find out a way to get to that quarterback.
Yep.
Whether we pass rushing, whether they drawing up some old pretty schemes to get, you know, people rushing, you know, quarterback blitzing and all that stuff. Somehow, some way, we got to put pressure on these quarterbacks and make some plays. Now, good thing is we playing against a 40-year-old quarterback this Sunday. You know, who's not very fleet of foot. You know what I'm saying? And he's familiar with these parts. You know, he's still a pretty popular guy in this town. And you know, I'm looking to see the second string quarterback play Sunday because we got to render Joe ineffective early. You know, don't give him no confidence here. You know, get on his butt early, make him ineffective, get one of them rookies in there, and let's get that first dub. But it got to start Sunday. You know, and like I say, Zach Orr should not be asleep right now. He should be up watching film until next Monday. He should not be sleeping. Matter of fact, he shouldn't even go home. He should be at the castle around the clock until next Monday. Hey, Dean.
Yeah.
Landon said, "You being real politically correct today." He asking, "Are you up for like a national gig? Are you up for like an ESPN position or something?" Because he said you've been real politically correct, man. What's going on? You got an interview scheduled and ain't tell us.
What that Honda's boy is something else, man. That's all I can say. old Maryville classmate there.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, God, you know, this show tend to be Mervo dominated for some reason. You know, y'all guys all right with me. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Guys all right with me. You know, did you know that, Bruce?
I did not know that.
Glenny, Dean, they both Mervo guys. And
I forget
guy Landon.
Right.
I forget
the Mervo guy. You know, y'all Mervo guys all right with me, man. Y'all lie with me. Just don't forget me. Just don't forget me when y'all get on ESPN and all that stuff. Get your boy a shout out, man.
So you know, Glenny mentioned some things last time on the air when he pointed it out. He said that one of the things that he was worried about was the kicker.
Yeah. Tyler
Luke, like I say, man, game of inches, and of course it's 41-40. He missed the extra point.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the upright. He also failed to kick the ball inside that zoned area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wanted to get it up at the wherever they get it from. I don't know, the 40 or something. They get the ball. Um, is Tyler Luke gonna be the answer? I mean, he's a worry right now. You know how important the kicker is. We know what we done been through historically with the Ravens, with our man, the massage man. What was his name?
Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker. Right.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna just use Baltimore as a reference. Who followed Brooks Robinson?
Right.
You know who followed Cal Ripken?
Yeah.
Who followed Ray Lewis?
Yeah.
Like, boy, it's not easy to come behind a legend.
Who followed Johnny Unitas and them dudes?
Yeah, it's not easy to step into them shoes, man. Regardless of how much baby oil that Justin Tucker left on his shoes, because he went out a little bit disgraceful. But up until last year, his record was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He the number one rated kicker in the history of the game. Like, and you knew when Tucker went out there, it was pretty much put 3 up there. You know what I mean? We good. Very rarely did he miss. And last year he was missing. And we kind of can say that he probably had that situation on his mind while he was missing the kicks he was missing last year. He clearly knew before the public knew that this thing was coming, because it was clearly you could look at him and see that it was in his head. That look he had on his face when he missed. Like, man, something ain't right with Tucker. And we speculating here, like, was he washed up? What had he had his best days as a kicker? Well, I don't think that was the case. I think it was clearly he would just had his mind on, the situation, and he knew that it was great to hit the fan.
Yeah.
He knew that it was great to hit the fan, and his concentration level wasn't quite Justin Tucker like. So I think from that standpoint, man, we just been so used to having a kicker that was just, you pretty much put them on the board. And now you go back and you get a human being as a kicker. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody that's got regular blood running through his leg. Versus that whatever Tucker had, that Royal Farm chicken, or what was his other thing, the coffee, whatever he was doing. Tucker was just. I think we've been spoiled as Ravens fans. We've been spoiled in a couple areas. Like I say, we had Ray Lewis for all them years, Ed Reed, Ogden, Suggs. We had guys that was played at this level, Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. And oh God, I'm gonna ignore that comment. But so we've been spoiled. We've been spoiled, with Tucker over the years. So, and I kind of noticed it in the preseason with Luke, where he would miss a field goal, but he would come back and knock the next one down. So he got that. He has that next play mentality. Look like, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes in these games, you don't get a second opportunity. We might need you in the last play, the last seconds of the game, to make that field goal. Do he have that? Do he have that ability? Landon said that should have made him kick better. If he was making kicks, he could have beat a murder charge like Ray. He must be talking about Tucker.
He said what again?
He said that should have made him kick better.
Oh.
If he was making kicks, he could have beat a murder charge like Ray. Hey, so I got somebody on YouTube, Smitty. He clearly a Steelers fan. Say the Ravens are poop. He said we're poop. Steelers will sweep the choke artists, just like they did last year, right, Ray? Smitty? Yeah. Lamar does Lamar things, choking games, still is level. You clearly didn't watch the game. So, that's why I shouldn't even put his comments up there. He talking about Lamar. He said he probably one of them ones still rate Lamar's a quarterback. I mean, a running back. Go to Pittsburgh. Go to Pittsburgh, buddy. You talking about Lamar does Lamar things. Lamar was balling Sunday.
So mark my word.
Give him 3 games. Aaron Rodgers will be done.
So mark my word right now. John Harbaugh is already aggressive. He's that type of coach that's going to go for it on 4th down. Now that our kicker is inconsistent, what's going to happen is he's going to be even more aggressive. So when it comes down the line to make a play or running play or to get a first down or a touchdown or to kick, I guarantee you now he's going to go for it because of this situation now, unless he prove himself throughout the season that he's legit.
Shoot, even with the defense, like on that 4th down, moving forward, he might go for that. 4th down on the Buffalo side of the field. Aggressive to lose 40. Smitty. All right, let me stop. Let me leave Smitty alone. He with these foolish comments. With the foolishness. Yeah. So I agree. Because like I said earlier, man, like coaching, man, is like a 50-50. 50-50 proposition. You either going to make the right decision or you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's either you're gonna do the right thing or not. Either what you decide is gonna work or it's not. And I've heard people saying they should have went for the 4th down. I mean, hindsight is always 20/20. When you in the moment, you're looking at, do I want to? If we don't get this thing, if we don't get this thing, we're gonna give the ball to Josh Allen that's rolling right now on his side of the football field, right? Versus let's take a chance and kick it away, and the defense got to make some plays. No, sir. You got Lamar, you got Henry. I think moving forward, this was the opportunity. I think, like Glenn, like you said, I think this was the opportunity. He gave everybody a chance. Like you say, the kicker missed the extra point. The defense couldn't stop a cold. Moving forward, now you got to put the ball in your playmakers' hands. You got to go with what's going to get you them W's. It's just like Lamar's first MVP season. They was going for it on 4th down pretty much every time it was 4th down. Because people was complaining that Tucker wasn't getting on the field. We got the best kicker in the world and we're not using them. Shit, we didn't need them. Man, Lamar, they was out there balling. So I think it's gonna get back to that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm assuming, all of us have done some coaching at some level. And I know for me, as a basketball coach, it's been times in the game where one of my better players is in foul trouble or something, or foul out, and I got to look down that bench, and you just like, man, I got to put somebody in here, and it's the level is going to drop. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So nobody want to be put in that position as a coach. So as me and Dean knew, when in doubt, give Terry the ball. You know what I'm saying? Give him the ball. I'm going to live and die with whatever happened with him with his hands on the ball. Give it to Lamar. Let Lamar make the play. If he don't make the play, we'll live and die with that.
Hey man, get Smitty off my screen, man.
Yeah, he say it was just friendly bad. Listen, I got Smitty. My cousin married a Steeler fan. I'm still questioning her decision making at this point. And he said he's gonna be watching. He probably sleep. I know he get up for work about 4:00 in the morning. He probably sleep, but he was already talking trash because the Steelers won Sunday. And then the Ravens lost. He already, talking trash and doing what they do, and it's okay. It's okay. But it's just week one, Steelers fans. Let's just remember that. Let's just remember that. And who did they beat? The Jets.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. The Jets. And that's probably Aaron Rodgers. That was a payback game for Aaron Rodgers. He
Smitty going in. Smitty is going in. Goodness.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm still trying to figure out why he's so
Smitty.
He
Make sure
comes
you
with my
subscribe,
stuff.
Smitty. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, right? Because I enjoy the banter, but hit that subscribe button over there on YouTube. I need to get them numbers up.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be one or the other. I'm hoping it's Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to win the division. Steelers played a good game. I did watch that game against the Jets. It was interesting that Justin Fields was quarterbacking the Jets, and I think they said that might have been the second time in history that happened where those players went to the other team and they played together.
Yeah.
So Justin Fields played well. Aaron Rodgers did okay. It was a good game. I enjoyed the game. It's tough to gauge, and I got a chance to see our guy, the cornerback. He played for the Jets. They went right after him too.
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah.
21.
21.
I can't remember his name.
Gave up plays.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah.
But y'all know me. Y'all know me, man. My thing is, I'm a 4-week guy. I need to see these first 4 games before I make any determination as to what kind of season that the Ravens gonna have. Especially since our starters don't play in the preseason. So I need to see like 4 weeks of just I'm looking for improvements on the defensive side. I'm not concerned about the offense at all. I'm not concerned about the Lamar or what they got going at all. You concerned somewhat with Derrick Henry's age, and we know Father Time has not been defeated once. When he decided to knock at your door, there's not a whole lot anybody can do about that. So like you say, we've seen the workout videos, and I don't even like driving uphill after watching this dude pulling chains and weights up the hill, running zigzags up hills with chains tied to him and stuff. I'm driving up the hill getting tired. I was like, good God. This dude, man, what Derrick Henry, 31, 32?
Yeah, 31.
He pushing I think he can pass Tony Dorsett on the all-time list this year. I think they kind of close, if I ain't mistaken.
That's my guy. Tony
TD.
D. Yeah, man.
TD, yeah,
He passed Jim Brown with the touchdowns.
So I'm a little concerned just with the overuse. So I don't know how much. Again, I'm not. Let me not go that far, but that would be the one concern I got. And I know the running back. What's the running back that was injured? He wasn't active Sunday.
Keon Martin?
Keaton Mitchell.
Keaton Mitchell.
Mitchell. He showed us something his rookie year prior to getting injured, because he got that speed, that speed, man. Once you get around the corner and there's nothing nobody can do, that was fun to watch. So I had high hopes for him, but he been injured pretty much since that. He played a little bit last year in some spots, and he already on the injured list. Well, he's not on the injured list. He just wasn't active Sunday. He's on the roster, but he wasn't active. I'm interested to see what he's going to bring to the table from the running back position. I've never been a Justice Hill fan, but Justice Hill has played a lot better the last couple years. So and what's the other one that got? What's the other running back?
Ali.
Ali, Bashar
Ali.
Ali.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He haven't really carried it too much. So just I don't want them to overload Henry too early. I definitely gonna need Henry in them cold months, November, December, when the weather start changing, when you got to run that football. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm I need to see what the Ravens do the next 3 games. And you got Cleveland, Detroit, and Kansas City the next 3 weeks. So it's not gonna get easy. There are no easy outs in this league. Cleveland is a division game, so it's big on 2 fronts. You want to get the first win of the season, and you want to get that division win. You want to get that out of the way. So we over the next couple weeks, it's not going to be easier. So two home games back to back, Detroit and Cleveland and Detroit are back to back at home, and then they on the road against Kansas City in 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Hey, let me just say something. Our cornerbacks look kind of suspect. Jair Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look good. He did not look good. But I'm thinking he's gonna be playing better throughout the year.
But Bruce, we gotta be careful with that because we had no pressure on the quarterback.
Well, I definitely agree with that.
None.
I definitely agree with that.
So your defensive back's going to be exposed.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely agree with that.
No pressure on the quarterback all game. So I don't know. I don't know how to evaluate that. I mean, no pressure, man. He sat back there and did what he wanted to do. I don't know if, and I know people critical of the defensive backs, but I'm looking at the totality of it. He had all the time he wanted. He could run, he can throw. He did what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it.
Now, my thing is, it's not the coverage, it's the missed tackles.
That too. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say he was out of position, but I mean it was a bad position. But like to your point, there's no pressure, so he had no support.
Yeah, you got to get that pressure on them quarterback just to help them DBs because they can't cover forever. So
yeah,
Buffalo is out the door.
I think that Zach Orr had a very poor performance in this game. I did not see him make any kind of adjustments. I mean, when they couldn't get to Josh Allen, he continued with the 4 guys rushing, and it just wasn't working. You can't let Josh Allen sit back there and just throw darts like he was doing. I thought that with 25 seconds left in the first half, we score, we kick it to them, and with 25 seconds, they were able to get a field goal. He had a defense set up where he was not rushing anybody on the quarterback. Players were all standing around, clearly in a formation that they had never practiced before. And with Josh Allen standing back there, that's he found a man on the sideline with 1 second left, and they kick a field goal. Now, when you look at the game ending 41-40, and you see them scoring like that, I mean, I'm so disappointed in Zach Orr in this game not being able to make any adjustments. Because this game, there were several opportunities that if the Ravens made one play, that the game would have been over. They could seal the deal. If they could have made a play at a certain time, and they had several opportunities to do that, and they didn't do that. I mean, even having Jair Alexander in the game when he didn't even practice all week. He practiced the one day he practiced. and they put him out there, and he looked like somebody practice. And especially, point made, no pass rush at all against an elite quarterback. Your defense lose that every time. They're gonna lose that every time. To me, Zach was number one. Tyler Luke, he made a couple plays, bad plays there. I think Jair Alexander didn't look ready out there. He made a real poor play down there at the 1 yard line. Interference. The pass rush was non-existent. So overall, the defense wasn't looking good. But then you look at the flip side, and you got to give an A to Derrick Henry. You got to give an A to Zay Flowers. You got Kyle Hamilton was all over the field making plays as usual. Linderbaum was doing his thing, getting to that second level, making blocks. So, we take the good with the bad. And again, if you're gonna have a performance like this and blow a game like this, to me, early in the season is the best time to have that. We got plenty time to take corrective measures and get this thing going right. So like I said, the food wasn't tasting right. It was a little stressful on Monday, and still a little messed up. Wasn't sleeping well, and I mean all those kind of things take place. But this is the NFL, and thank goodness that bridge is not there right now, because I heard it was a pretty long backup of people trying to get to the.
Yeah. Well, week 1 is over. Week 1 is over. Week 1 is behind us. So now we on to week 2. Week 2 in the league, and this kind of recap the week last week. So you had Eagles over the Cowboys. Chargers beat the Chiefs. Colts smacked around the Dolphins. Steelers beat the Jets. Jacksonville beat Carolina. Arizona beat the Saints. Washington beat the Giants. Tampa Bay beat Atlanta. Cincinnati over Cleveland. The Raiders knocked off the Patriots. 49ers beat the Seahawks. Broncos beat the Titans. Packers over the Lions. Rams over Houston. Minnesota over Chicago last night. So that's the kind of the recap of last week. Keith Dorsey, we all know Harbaugh needs to go. Well, that's going to be something people talk about with every loss. And some people talk about Harbaugh need to go after wins. You know what I'm saying? Because they be like, we ain't win by enough. Or we ain't win by, so whatever. So Harbaugh is always on the hot seat with respect to the fans. With respect to us here on the show, we give them a little bit more grace than most fans do. Most fans be Harbaugh, boy, they've been wanting Harbaugh out of here years ago. So it's on to week 2, on to Cleveland now. Joe Flacco coming in town, 40-year-old Joe. Let's keep that in mind. I also want to remind Ravens fans that the Super Bowl was in 2012. 2013 was the actual Super Bowl, but this is 2025. So you're talking 12 years ago. That Joe Flacco is gone. So, hey, Joe's still a serviceable quarterback in this league. We know that. He was put out the pasture a couple of years ago, revitalized himself back in Cleveland, helped to get them to the playoffs a couple seasons ago. Had everybody in Baltimore scared to death. That we was gonna see him in the playoffs, and he's gonna have a storybook, a Disney ending. Come back to Baltimore and win and go to the Super Bowl and all that stuff. That didn't happen. Joe Flacco showed up in the playoffs that year. and ended that. So I'm sure people are gonna be excited to see Joe come back to town. I'm sure he's gonna get a loud ovation. I for one don't have any I had no ill will against Joe or nothing. I had nothing negative to say about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was solid for the Ravens when he was here, and his time was up. It was time for him to go. And he'll get his name up in the Ring of Honor at some point. He'll be honored here. He'll never pay for a meal in Baltimore again. So, but not this week. He should not be. He should be paying for his meals this week. As a matter of fact, he shouldn't even be eating out nowhere in the city this week. Make them order some food from some bring some food with y'all from Cleveland. Load the plane up with some Cleveland food. Nobody here should be feeding Joe this week. If you want to feed him, make sure he ain't feeling good Sunday.
Joe Flacco, one of them guys that bring his lunch to school, man. He bring his own brown bag. That guy is, man.
He'll eat at the cafeteria with the popular guys. He ain't eating that school lunch, huh?
Right. Your boys won this week, Kenny.
Who was that?
The boy up at Delaware State and
Mike Vick and Mike Vick got his first dub and Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Both of them got victories this week. Shout out to
you got your mute on, Glenn.
I'm gonna be up front with you guys. My main chick broke my heart, and my side chick broke my heart. The way Morgan lost that game against Towson, and the Ravens losing. I just had a horrible weekend, my brothers. It's horrible.
What Morgan?
We lost against Towson.
What was the score?
We lost by about 3. No, we lost by about 1. We lost by 1.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I saw Vic won, and I saw Delaware State won.
Yeah. So that
do y'all play either of them schools this year?
We played both of them.
Play both of them?
Yeah.
Where the games at?
Delaware State come to us, but we go to Vic.
You go to Vic. Dang.
Wow.
I might have to try to get up there to see Del State.
Well, Delaware State is staying with Colorado right now. I'm watching the game right now.
Oh, they playing now?
Yeah.
On a Tuesday?
It might be a replay. I don't know. I just turned the game on and saw it.
They got to be a replay or something because I know Dion and them just played Saturday.
That's what I thought.
All of them just played Saturday. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm excited. Keith Dorsey say defense will step up and Joe will throw for at least 2 picks. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. I need Joe. I need that Joe Flacco to show up. I need him to show up this week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I want to see. The 2-3 pick.
Even Cincinnati to some very low. I think Joe Burrow only threw for like 115 yards or something in that game.
Really?
Myles Garrett and the crew must have been balling.
I like Myles Garrett. I like him. I feel bad for him. That he gonna waste his career away in Cleveland. I think he's a hell of a player, man.
Yeah.
But he's Cleveland Browns. I can't feel so bad for him. But hey, he got paid. He did get a nice check.
Since they Bengals.
Hey. If you look at Glennie, if you look at the NFL receivers throughout time, who would you compare your game to as a similar type receiver?
Sterling Sharp. Yeah, wasn't afraid to go through the middle, slant routes. Michael Irvin. What's my buddy name from Buffalo Bills? Reed.
Andre Reed. Yeah.
Yeah, the thick receivers that caught the ball everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I say Sterling Sharp, where turn that slant to an 80-yard touchdown, but able to catch it over the top as well.
If he did not have victory, he was on his way.
Yeah, he definitely was on his way.
On his way.
Definitely on his way.
Something, man.
What kind of 40 time you had, Glenny?
My 40 time was probably the best at 4.5. But I didn't have quickness, but I had deceptive speed. I had football speed. So if it, whatever the pass required, that's how fast I was going. You ain't had to worry about it. And if I couldn't beat the guy, I'm gonna out catch him or out muscle him to get the touchdown. So, I couldn't really be measured by speed. There's a lot of guys in the NFL, they'll tell you their 40 times were garbage.
Yeah.
But put them on the field and throw them the ball.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Rice was one of them.
I didn't have good feet. I didn't have natural quickness. I didn't have that. I just had athleticism that I was always able to take advantage of DBs.
All right, so what we want to see next Sunday? We want to see some pass rush. We want to see some improvement on the defensive side for sure.
So did y'all talk about blitzing, Kenny? I didn't see any blitzing. I didn't see much of that at all.
We mentioned
like Dean said, or didn't make no adjustments.
But that's why he shouldn't be asleep. That's why he shouldn't even be home. He should be at the castle till Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be there all week, drawing up something. And again, Flacco is not Josh Allen. So I think we should be able to get to him a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? We should be able to get to him because Flacco not going to get away from too many people at this stage in his career. So I'm hoping, we're able to get some pressure on the quarterback this week. Pressure on Flacco is going to lead to turnover, just like Keith Dorsey said. The Flacco will give it up. If you put a little heat on Flacco, he gonna give it up. So I'm looking to see that this week. I want to see some pressure on the quarterback. I want to see the defense step up and kind of match the output with the offense. At least be complementary. The offense is putting numbers up. Defense got to get some stops. Defense got to get some stops. And like you said, man, the eyes are gonna be on Luke, the kicker. He missed the extra point, and it came back kind of to bite us at the end because we lose by 1 point. That 1 point, would have tied the game, whatever the case. But the eyes are gonna be on him. There's gonna be a lot of pressure on him just because he's following behind somebody that was automatic for us for 12, 13, 14 years. So eyes are going to be on the kicker. Eyes are going to be on Zach Orr in the defense. I expect Lamar and the offense to be steady, to do kind of what they do. I don't really worry too much about them. I know that they can put points up. We just need the other components of the team to step up and do what they do. So we need the defense to be present this week, and I'm gonna call security out there at the castle to see if he should be there right now. I should call him live on the air and patch him into the show. Like, hey, I just want to make sure Zach Orr was in the building. Is this Raven security? Is Zach Orr in the building? All right, he can't leave. Let him stay in he can't leave the building until Monday morning. I heard y'all got a nice cafeteria in there with some nice, y'all feed them dudes pretty nice, so he should be good. And matter of fact, he shouldn't even be eating good. He eat peanut butter and jelly all week. We just needed one stop, Zach. You got to draw something up. So on to Cleveland. We get my Bill Belichick mode on the Cleveland. It's on the Cleveland. Buffalo's behind us. Week 1 is gone. Everybody that was on the Key Bridge, that was getting to the Key Bridge, I hope that y'all stayed and
Right.
y'all gonna be here Sunday to watch this game, man. I hope y'all go tailgate Sunday morning. Well, go to church first. Go to church. Go out there and cook some burgers and dogs with your friends, watch the game, whatever your game time rituals are for Sundays. Football Sundays are a beautiful thing in this town. With people getting together to watch the games and all the excitement. I've seen football make fans out of people that I know for sure didn't like sports. Well, the Ravens anyway. The Ravens have made fans out of people I know for certain couldn't stand sports. And they are getting together every Sunday to watch these games. So, football has that ability to bring people together, for a common cause. They sell a lot of merchandise, a lot of gear, people wearing the Ravens stuff, whatever your team is, whoever you support. But, during football season, people go out to get the car flags and they flying flags at their houses and, they wearing the paraphernalia, the jerseys and the T-shirts, the sweatshirts, the hoodies, the baseball caps, the skull caps, everything, the jackets, people representing their teams during the football season, man. It's a pretty cool sight to see, So, again, football, I think also, football is a business. The business of football sometimes gets in the way of the unifying force that football could be. And I've said that here before. I know when we was doing the shows a couple years ago, doing the whole, we did a whole show on the Colin Kaepernick and the special that he had on Netflix. It was like a TV show, wasn't it? Like a little series they had on Netflix.
A little. I don't know if it was a 2-part or something, but I saw it.
Yeah. We did a whole show on it.
Yeah,
we did a whole show on that, and I just always felt like during that Kaepernick time, with the kneeling and everything, man, the NFL just missed a golden opportunity, in my opinion, to kind of get away from the politics of everything and kind of be that unifying force. With 75% of your league, looking like us here on the screen, you know what I'm saying, and guys that had legitimate gripes about some of the things that was happening in this country. I think the league missed a golden opportunity. But again, they followed the money, and they didn't want to affect the business of football. And they went with the business of football, So that I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into political stuff. I need CB on here for that. Our political guy, the Brooks Blackboard. What's up, CB? I know you're watching. I'll give you a shout out. But I just felt like the NFL, really, of all sports, is probably the one sport that can bring people together in a way that no other sport can. And I just think, sometimes they don't see the bigger picture because it's always about the dollar. And it's a $1 billion, multi-billion-dollar industry. So, them people ain't trying to let them billions walk away from them. So if I can tap into 1% of those billion, I'd be doing pretty good. I'd be pretty good. You get a sportsman's little cut.
right.
You know what I mean? And we could do the show from a studio. You know what I mean?
From your freshly built studio.
Yeah, nice set. Tap into some of them NFL billions. Then we can talk about you say I pissed some people off earlier, Dean.
Yeah.
I ain't mentioned LeBron James.
LeBron name, man. You danced all around him. Gordon, Bird, Magic, Kobe.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm actually a LeBron fan.
That's what you
know.
keep saying.
Yeah, but man, people make it so hard because I see all this. I see all this ridiculous posts. That he got to be the greatest. He got to be the GOAT now. I mean, again, if you was born in 2000, he might be the GOAT to you. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the 70s. And I'm here to tell you, LeBron James is a bad mofo. Like me not saying he's the GOAT is not. I mean, he top top two or three. That's best I can give him.
You
I
brought
Best
got,
I can give him.
Brendan.
I disagree, kid.
Go ahead, Glenny.
I disagree. But go ahead, kid. Go ahead. Nah, go ahead, Dean.
Talk about it, man. When you Kenny, when you say that LeBron is top 2 or 3, immediately Lenny started smiling, man, and shaking his head.
He poking me, man. He poking me.
You got to elaborate a little bit.
I love LeBron. He's a different cut basketball player. I think he got the full package. For one, I can't compare him to no Jordan. No. I don't even think it's close that way. Team player, ultimate teammate. I don't want to disrespect the eras because Kareem, Bill Russell. That's another discussion. I know we'll go all night with that discussion, but Kareem was dominant, and these are guys that did it. How can I say it? I think they were just lions to me, man. I think they were not so much Kareem because he had Magic to come, and seal the deal for him, but I would say top 3, top 4, maybe. I don't know if I would even put him in front of Steph. I don't know. I don't know, Kenny. I don't know. Steph did it in a different way.
Yeah.
But then again, he had the Durant factor. So, all right, I don't know. We'll go all day with this, man. I don't know. But when I compare players, and if we down Madison Dome, that's where I'm looking at it. If we want to win, I'm handing that ball to Michael Jordan. I'm not handing the ball to LeBron. I'm handing the ball to Michael Jordan. Take it over. I'm all right.
Yeah. And see, when I see these people, right, when they talking about LeBron comparing him to Mike, it's almost like they can't make an argument about Mike Jordan without trying to slander the man.
Nah, I ain't slandering him. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Which
you're right.
We are all gentlemen of a certain age, right? Mm-hmm. We all here had the pleasure. We saw the whole run. Mm-hmm. We saw Mike at Carolina all the way through the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? We saw the whole thing. And
and we seeing LeBron, the whole thing with
the
LeBron.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, LeBron is a bad boy. But he's not Mike Jordan.
Nah.
He's not Mike Jordan, man. And I see people talking about, well, who was the best 2 guards when Mike came in the league? It didn't matter. Or what would he do against the 2 guards of the day? And my retort to that is the 2 guards of the day play the way that they do because of Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Nobody played like that until he came. Mm-hmm. So y'all mean so you just gonna say if it was the Jordan time, he played against as they say plumbers and garbage men and all that nonsense, which is complete nonsense to me. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, now 2 guards are just dominant, and it's not a night out. It's not a night off every night. Stop it. when Michael Jordan came into the league, it was unheard of for a two guard to dominate a game. It was unheard of. At the level that he did it, it was unheard of. Nobody was doing it. As bad as boy is, as you know, David Thompson was. You know what I'm saying? As bad as Dr. J, who played the small forward, they wasn't dominating the game like MJ was. You know what I'm saying? Magic did it a different kind of way. He was able to be a facilitator that could score the ball if he needed to, but he had enough stuff around him. Magic didn't have to score the ball. He just facilitated. Again, he got Kareem, Worthy, Byron Scott, Knee-High Socks, Michael Cooper. You know what I'm saying? He had some dudes around him. McAdoo early on.
Wilkes.
My cousin Wilkes. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Yo, this LeBron is a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? And I made a post about this probably a month ago. If you are considered one of the top 25 in the history of the game, there's less than 5,000 people who have played in the NBA in history. If you consider top 25, that's less than 1%. That's less than 1% of everybody that's played in the league. If you're in the top 25, that's saying something. So you got all these people going back and forth about who the number 1, 2, and stop it. Stop it. If you in the room, you said something. You know what I'm saying? You are saying something if you're in the room. And again, we all have watched basketball. We all have played basketball at whatever level we played at. And we've been on the court with some dudes that could get it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whatever level we played at, and you get on the court with somebody that's a level or two above where you at, and it kind of like, damn. Look, like, yo, that's different. You know, because in our minds, when we think we doing something. Oh, I know I can boogie, I can blah blah blah. But shoot, man, you get on the court with somebody that's doing it at another level. You know, like, I ain't never played no college, played in high school. So, you know, I'd have been on the court with dudes that played Division I basketball. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. And we talking about D1 guys that didn't make it to the pros. We just talking about dudes that played D1 that was able to go to the next level. It's different. It's different. So when you talk about somebody that's clearly in the top 5 to 10 players of all time, right? Wherever he rank on anybody's list, he a bad motherfucker. Excuse the language. He a bad boy, man. So all this wasted energy about who the GOAT is, yo, it's about who you saw. You know what I'm saying? It's about who you saw. Because I got to the point where when I was young, when I was younger and a little more ignorant, you know, I would say foolishness like, you know, Bill Russell wasn't this or you know, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't that. Just because I didn't really see them play. You know, Oscar Robertson, them guys. I didn't see them guys play. You know what I'm saying? So I would say little foolish stuff because I only talked about the guys that I saw. You know, I mean, you know, when we was teenagers, I was foolish enough to say Larry Bird wasn't all that. I mean, I learned quickly.
What?
Oh yeah, I was hating. It was clearly hate. You know, because it was against the rules. It was against the law almost to like the Celtics. Anything about Boston in them time. You know, and I just was like, man, he ain't that good. You know, I got humbled real quick because I seen it enough. I was like, man, this dude pretty good. You know, and then to tell you, I was not on Kobe.
Oh.
I'm telling you, man, I was like, man, Kobe ain't that. Kobe ain't that. And it was a Friday night. Listen, I remember. It's like the 2004 season. I think this is the year they had Karl Malone and all them. It was a Friday night. and I'm in the crib. They playing the late game on Friday against the Spurs, so it was a big game. You know, Lakers and Spurs was the two top teams at that point. Lakers, Spurs, and I'm sitting there, and Kobe would not, could not, did not miss. And I'm talking about, man, they Bruce Bowen, them dudes was playing them as best as anybody could play them. And Kobe was hitting some shots that night, man. I just had to say, you know what, man? Yo, I've been tripping. I've been tripping, man. Cause this boy is tough, you know. And that's about as good a compliment as I'm gonna give him. You know, I gotta spew the hate just to piss Laker fans off. But man, Kobe was that. Kobe was that, man. You know. But we're gonna be talking about basketball more. It's a big fight coming up this weekend. And it's on Netflix. So y'all ain't gotta kick out no money other than your monthly Netflix subscription to watch it.
That's enough money right there.
Terrence Bud Crawford going against Canelo Alvarez. It's a pretty huge fight. I think they fighting at 168. I think Canelo had to come down a couple weight classes from where he was fighting, and Bud went up a couple to make this fight happen. I'm excited just because of the magnitude of the fight. You know, it's a big fight. We kind of need these kind of events, other than these. What's the boy, the popular kid, the YouTuber that's getting all the Jake Paul?
Yeah.
We need something other than him. Some real boxers that's making some noise, man, and making real fights. You know, so I'm excited to see. You know, I'm gonna be tuned in if I can stay up, because you know it's gonna be tough to stay up to watch it, but I'm gonna try my best to be up to watch the fight. But y'all got any thoughts on the big fight coming up this weekend?
Skill versus power. It's skill versus power. It's reminding me of Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard. I was the biggest Sugar Ray Leonard fan. I was the biggest fan, but when I saw Marvin Hagler, I didn't think Sugar Ray had a chance. But Sugar Ray's skills took over, and he beat Marvin Hagler. For this fight, Crawford and Canelo, I think it's going to be a similar fight. Mm-hmm. The only way Crawford is going to pull it out is if he outskill him throughout the fight and it goes 12 rounds. If it goes 12 rounds, I'll have to say they're probably going to give it to Canelo. He got a whole country on his back. And I think this is boxing.
Yeah.
So Crawford would have to put him down. I don't know if he'll be able to put the bigger guy down in Canelo. So I love it because I don't know who to pick, because you can't talk bad about Canelo and you can't talk bad about Crawford. So who do you pick? I don't know. Can I just give a shameless plug, Kenny?
Yeah, good.
Tomorrow I got Vince Petway on the radio show tomorrow night at 6:00 on WEA Radio.
Okay.
And he's the guest tomorrow, and he's going to talk. We're going to ask him a few questions about the fight, and he had one of the biggest knockouts.
Yes, indeed. Simon Brown.
Put him to sleep.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, I won't even.
Can you pull it up, Kenny?
You talking about pride? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, can you pull it up?
Talking about pride, man. Let me see. What we got?
He still.
It's over, guys. This fight's over. He's not getting up.
He is not getting up, Bobby. Out.
It's all over. Out. Look, it's Simon Brown. Convulsions. Oh,
man. We forget.
A classic.
We forget he from Baltimore.
All day.
We forget he's from Baltimore. We forgot it was right in Landover, Maryland when he did that.
He was married to one of our
We're gonna have
homegirls.
him on the show. Huh?
He married to one of our homegirls.
Yeah.
Wow.
His wife
So-
had no turn.
Turn the station, girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So man, Saturday, man, I'm already picking my menu of what I'm going to eat, and I'm just going to sit back and watch some boxing, man. And if it goes the distance, because already know Canelo going to get it, and that's what I'm scared of. But let's see, man.
Where they
This is a
fight?
good fight.
Where the fight being held?
Is it Vegas? Is it Vegas?
Let me look it up.
I think it's in Vegas.
Probably Vegas. Okay.
It's going to be interesting. Either way. It's definitely going to be interesting.
I'll make it a point. I ain't gonna miss it. I'm gonna make sure I watch it. I think my Netflix is paid up.
Yeah. So who you got, Dean? Who you got?
Oh, and you know what? I can't really comment on it. I haven't been onto the boxing scene close enough to be able to even make a real legitimate comment on the fight. So I'll remain silent.
Yeah, the fight is in Vegas.
Vegas, okay.
I believe it's at the Raiders' new stadium, Allegiant, and it's called Allegiant Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was watching a video earlier, and the guy was breaking down the fight, and his only concern was that Crawford hadn't been active. He basically been fighting one fight a year for the last 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the only negative he had. That Canelo been a little more active as far as his, fighting over the last few years, and Crawford been kind of one fight a year, But I think Crawford, again, is one of those premier fighters who I don't think is well known to the average, to the casual fan. He's not known to the casual fan. So a win like this, if he's able to win a fight like this, it could catapult him into superstardom. Quickly, and could change his life, really for the rest of his life. And when he was campaigning to get the fight, number one, I thought the fight would never happen. I didn't think the fight would happen because just number one, the difference in weight. Canelo damn near heavyweight almost. You know what I'm saying? At this point in his career. And then Crawford was like fighting at a middleweight. Tim Hicks, first time watching. He's a Bills fan.
Okay.
Congratulations, Tim. Good win Sunday. Good win. Welcome to the show. Hit that subscribe button too, buddy. Thanks for tuning in.
Y'all got
Appreciate
a nice Buffalo Bills tough, man. Josh Allen, boy, y'all got somebody there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jordan 7-16, good game through and through. Go Bills. I'm assuming you're a Bills fan. Welcome. Hit that subscribe button, Jordan 7-16. Thank you for tuning in. But I think this fight is bigger. It's a bigger fight for Crawford if he wins, just because of what it could do for him. Status wise, it'll put him on a different level with casual fighters. So again, boxing, like football, is one of those events because the event of it, is one event. It's one. You ain't boxing somebody every night. So here in Baltimore, whenever Tank fight, the city is going to be out. They're going to be out They're gonna go to a friend's house, getting together, watching the fight. You know, it's gonna be an event. Just like when the Ravens play on Sundays, it's an event. You know, families getting together, friends getting together, going to bars, going to establishments, watching games, coming to somebody's house for Sunday, cooking out, whatever. You know, boxing, at one time, boxing was that. You know, because especially when we were younger, you know, in the 80s, 70s, 80s, boxing, you know, you had bigger boxing events. Like Glennie, you said earlier, the Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler fight was huge. You know, that was a huge fight, man. And just think about, you know, during that time, you had Leonard and Hearns, you had Leonard and Duran and Hearns. I mean, all them dudes fought each other. And they were all big mega fights. You know, Larry Holmes was big in the late 70s into the early 80s. You know, Tyson, you know, them guys, they were events. You know, when those guys were fighting, they were must see. You know, and Canelo has the bigger name from a pure boxing standpoint. Crawford, I don't think is, like I said, I don't think he's well known to the casual boxing fan amongst, you know, people who watch boxing. So it's going to be interesting to see this fight. Like you say, Canelo is the more older, you know, craftier, harder hitting guy. You know, Crawford, usually the lighter weight, coming up from the lighter weight, you know, more skilled, definitely have some knockout power. You know, is he gonna be able to get to Canelo? He gonna have to pummel him. He gonna have to hit him a lot just to wear him down. I don't think Canelo ever been knocked out, have he?
Nope.
I know he got a couple of losses, but I don't think he never been knocked out.
No.
So for him to knock out Canelo is almost impossible. I think Canelo just too strong, you know. And I'm again, my only fear is that I ain't gonna be able to stay up to watch the fight. You know, at some, you know, I be crashing, man. I was dozing off watching the Ravens game the other night. You know, so and that's the only thing. I just hope that I'm able to see the fight, so that I can talk about it next week. You know, here, because I'm excited. You know, again, I think when boxing is putting on these type of events, when the big name fighters are fighting each other, and they're making these events, must see TV. You know, they got people coming out to watch. They talking about boxing. We're not talking about Jake Paul and all this nonsense he got going on with. You know, he's a YouTube guy. Now he want to be a contender. Stop it. I want to see real boxers in the ring getting it done. That's what I want to see. So this fight right here, you know, been a couple years in the making. Crawford been calling for the fight for a couple years. They finally was able to get the business part of it done. And Saturday it's time to get it on, as the late Mills Lane would say, let's get it on. So I'm ready for that. I'm ready to see that. Tim Hicks.
This is probably one of the fights that how shall I put it? The timing is probably correct. I think it may be 2 years too late, but we still should have a good fight.
Yeah, that's the only thing with boxing at this point is, you know, we tend to get these fights outside of guys when they probably at their best.
They get to pick and choose their fights.
Yeah, and while I agree, I like the fact that guys are in control of their careers more so now, but I still want to see good fights. You know, I like the fact that boxers and really athletes in all sports are kind of getting control of their careers, and they're not being, you know, told what to do or being forced to do this, and that based on what somebody else told them to do. So, you know, they have much more business savvy nowadays about how the money is made and getting these deals, getting the deal that's going to benefit you more so than the deal that's going to benefit a Don King or these promoters that had their history with whatever business they were doing with these boxers. All of it wasn't good, and we know the history. So you got guys that's kind of going after the Floyd Mayweather model, where is let's get the bag, let's get the bag and take care of the business. So I don't know, but any closing words, fellas? We ready to wrap this puppy up, So I know all four of us have had to do some counseling over the last couple of days and consoling of souls and helping people to not jump off the Key Bridge and off the the high rise downtown with the building downtown, the Trade Center and all that. Just hold tight. We got 16 more to go. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. So
I'm just saying, Glenny he need to get some spectacles. He's the 1/3 out of 4 that don't get spectacles. You gotta put some glasses on, Glenny.
Glenny said he got contacts, man. What you talking about? Glenny got that 20/20.
Joe Biden, by the way, that dude is overrated. He met at.
He talking about Burrow is overrated.
Yeah,
I
don't know about that.
I like Burrows.
Yeah, Burrow was tough, and he got the best wide receivers in the league.
Definitely do.
That they put numbers up, and they lit the Ravens up both times last year. Lost both games, but they put some numbers up.
I guess I'll have. Since that first game right now, I just don't have any expectation. I don't even know how, like, Kenny, you don't make your prediction to, like, the third game, right? Third or fifth game?
4. I need to see 4.
Yeah, I just don't have no expectation. I would never thought that would have went the way it did on Sunday.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to go ahead and just say that I really don't have no expectation. I just need to probably Sunday to Sunday just watch football, man. And, I'm with Dean. Or did not make any adjustments. I just don't. I didn't understand that. It's times when I thought they should have blitzed and they didn't blitz, and they're probably just not a blitz team. I get it, and they, for 3 quarters they handled them, but the league is about adjustments, and I think he didn't make any adjustments. I think Harbaugh probably need to. It's times when coaches step up and step out to challenge their teams. I think Harbaugh needs to do that. So that's what I meant when I was talking about Harbaugh coaching. He probably need to get in some people's face, and it might be public. Stop saying the politically correct thing in the press conference and get after some of them. Tomlin, the great coaches do it. I think he's going to have to be critical of them. No, we got to step up. They need to be threatened. Hey, if you ain't going to do it, somebody next man up. And I think that we need to see that from Harbaugh a little more because he's always politically correct. I'm just going to enjoy football. I like the storylines for the year. I like the Rodgers story. I like the Shador story. I even like to see what's going to happen in New York with the Giants with their quarterback issues. Russell, he's probably not going to last too long. I like how I like the value of running backs is starting to increase again. Man, they valuable, man. And that's happening now. So I'm just going to enjoy football this year, man. For me, just picking my menu on Sunday, relaxing, and let's play some football, man. I don't want no expectations because I'm gonna get my feelings hurt like I did Sunday. Both my chicks hurt me. They hurt me, man.
Hey, 1-point games, man.
So then the Giants, they got Russell Wilson and man, what's my man?
Yeah,
From Cleveland last year.
Winston.
James Winston.
Yeah, but the young boy is second.
And they got the
He's
rookie
second.
too.
Yeah, they drafted the quarterback too.
Yeah, the rookie in second. He's up next.
Okay. All right. Sierra's husband, James Wilson, and the young guy. And shout out to Russell Wilson too, man. He be taking a lot of heat. He be getting strays. You know what I'm saying? He be catching strays, but that man ain't doing nothing but raising his family and being who he is, man. People shooting shots at the dude every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they make, but see, the thing is too, they make news out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they didn't add his name to Future's son's last name. I think they hyphenated it. Whatever Future's last name is, Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Or right. Wilson hyphen whatever. So they making a big deal about that. It's apparent that him and the kid are close. You know, that they got a great relationship. You know, Future is what, 40 something. He got like 8 baby mothers. You know what I'm saying? Still making babies.
Right.
He ain't got time for that little kid, man. he ain't got time. And you know, he's still pumping them out. Go ahead, let Russell raise that baby. You know, it's Channing Crowder taking shots at the boy. Talking about he's still a lame. I'm like, God, come on, man, let that man live. Sierra seemed happy.
Yeah,
I seen up on she was up on something. She had a big smile. She was on the Breakfast Club a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, smiling.
Mm-hmm.
She looked real happy.
Yes,
You know, all that, man. Y'all gonna stop shooting these shots at old Russell Wilson, man. Let that man live, man.
Russ ain't worrying about that.
Sierra's husband. You know, hey, who make more money, him or her?
he probably do.
Yeah, probably so. Cause she ain't really had no music out there.
She
Somebody
kind of
breaking in your house. What's going on over there?
gunfight, huh?
That's the old washing machine, man.
Okay, somebody trying to get in that. What's going on? Run for cover. Yeah, but yeah, y'all gonna start. They gonna start shooting shots at old Sierra's husband, man. They need to cut that out.
Exactly.
You know, that man is a professional quarterback, married to an entertainer. You know, they're a power couple, as they say.
Right.
You know, not quite Jay-Z and Beyonce,
Bowl?
but powerful nonetheless.
Did he win a Super Bowl?
Yeah, he won one.
Yeah, he won one Seattle.
He should have two.
Should have two.
Yeah.
You know, he should have two.
Right.
You know, because you know.
And he want to get a ball to homeboy.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It looked like the Ravens the other night, right? Fourth and 2, and we punting. Get that ball to Lamar or Henry or somebody and get this thing over with.
And you know, man, I just say, and I think that this game 1 loss is good for the Ravens. I think that they was a little bit full of themselves coming into the game. They've been they got such a good team. They wound up. They brought in some nice talent to fill in some weaknesses, and I mean they look like a juggernaut, man. So I'm glad they got hit in the mouth nice and early in the season. So I'll just say that I think that it was good that the Ravens went through what they went through in week 1, and I think it will benefit them in the long run.
Let's revisit that in January.
Yes.
Because on September the 9th, that don't feel good.
Looking back the previous year when they played Buffalo, They blew him out. They blew him out the stadium
Last year.
last year. They blew
Last
him
year on Monday night.
played them in the big game. You saw what happened there. So now this is a little bit of reversal. So I'm hoping that I think this is a good loss for them. I think emotionally and mentally and all of that. I think it's a good loss for them because I think they I think they came in with their heads a little swollen and all of that. And you just not gonna win a championship on paper or based on what your roster is. You got to go out there and win, and it's going to be some tough games for them to play. Even opening up with these first 4 games, real tough schedule. The Ravens got to bring it. They got to bring it every Sunday or whatever day they plan on. They got to bring it every game.
Yeah, they are definitely no weeks off. And it's going to be tough sledding. So got to get back on the sled Sunday. And let's see, But I'm gonna call the Ravens. I'm gonna call the Castle like as soon as we hang up here, just to make sure that Zach Orr is in the building, and that he should not leave the building until Monday morning at the earliest. Call a wife if he's married. He should have kissed his kids Sunday after the game because I'm sure they was at the game. I ain't gonna see y'all till next week. Yeah. And if anybody from the Ravens is watching and can confirm that Zach Orr is at the Castle right now working, watching film, let me know because that's where it should be. That's where it should be. That's where it should be.
Zach, no adjustment or.
Yeah. He probably ain't gonna be able to sit down all week because his seat is hot.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the hot seat last year. You know what I'm saying? He was on the hot seat last year. They was talking about he was the youngest coordinator and all this stuff. All right, man. We don't hear no we don't want to see no Hollywood stories. We want W's. W's here. This what we talking about. Look, in the words of Charles Barkley, Ray Lewis is rolling over in his grave watching that game. Couldn't get a stop.
Right.
And what's your mind?
You done died. You know what, man? Really say too much about it in the game, but I didn't even see it in the game. I happened to see somebody talking after the game. I saw Lamar Jackson take the biggest hit that I've ever seen him take as a quarterback in that game. He threw a pass and he completed the pass. It was only like maybe a 5-yard gain or something. Mm-hmm. Somebody came in unblocked and I mean lit him up, man. Wow. And that was the biggest hit I ever seen him take. And the Buffalo fans were saying that, Lamar said he was cramping, and they pointed out here's the reason why he was cramping, and they showed that hit. That's the I ever seen Lamar Jackson take, man. Huge hit.
I thought you was gonna talk about the dude from the stands that hit him.
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah, he got banned for life.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No NFL stadiums.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, and then I saw that the guy got fined $57,000, and the game that he left was considered the suspension game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he'll be back the next game, technically only being paying that $57,000 fine. I think it should be more, man.
Wow.
He embarrassed himself, the NFL, the Eagles. He embarrassed everybody, man.
And what did he do?
He spit on Dak. Although Dak.
Man.
Oh, that
Yeah.
did. That did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. That
Hey, even though Dak baited him.
Oh, he baited him. He baited him good. He baited him good.
man, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be spitting on people like that, man. That was just that was
That's disrespectful. I can't. Oh my god.
And then millions of people watching, man. Millions of people watching that.
that was
They showed that thing in slow motion.
And that was like,
Mm-hmm.
you see that?
Mm-hmm.
that was
They showed that thing in slow motion.
they did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fellas, it's been real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go before I lose my number one chick.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. 'Cause, yeah, ain't no room on the sportsman's couch for you.
We'll be up there
Uh,
with the arcade, keeping you from the key bridge, man.
So hey, let's hope for a good fight Saturday night, a big win on Sunday, and we'll be back Tuesday to celebrate.
Not to talk about on Tuesday. Yeah.
Definitely.
Y'all have a good rest of your Tuesday evening. See y'all next week.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Out.
All right, fellas.